Hello, Kyle.
Hey, how are you doing, Frank? Everything okay? Hey, Frank, you're looking great.
Well, thank you. You too. Very sharp today.
Well, I thought I thought I'd change it up a bit because you're normally in the dark colors and you know, I'm normally in the pastels.
I know, right? Well, you know what? I figured since we're going to be touching on the Raquel Welch spring collection that we might as well go ahead and get springy with it. So
Well, you sure have. You look great. Everything all right? Happy holidays, everybody. I didn't get a chance to say a proper hello to everybody because I was doing Australia time.
I know you've been crazy with Australia, haven't you?
Yeah, but I'm back to normal now.
Well, good. I'm just getting ready, and we're gonna be able to see what everybody is writing in today. So I just wanted to kind of load in and make sure that my phone was going. And
me
also,
too.
Let's say hello to a few people, Kyle.
Yes,
as I mix my cocktail.
Have you mixing your cocktails? Nice. What are you on? Are you on your famous martinis? Yeah, I'm on my little rosé wine.
I know, right? You gotta have a little rosé today. Okay.
Yep. Well, you know what? I was really looking forward to this because this has been a collection that I've been dying to talk about, but we haven't really had much time to talk about.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. So for all of you who are joining us today, Kyle and I are going to be talking about the Raquel Welch collection that launched 2020 spring. And, you know, right when the collection was launching, there was some issues, as you know, with a little bit of a pandemic. So we didn't think that Raquel got her proper due. And we haven't been able to trade, you know, Kyle, you and I usually go to the shows and we go to the trade shows and we go to visit our accounts and we get to show everybody the collection. And that just didn't happen this year because of everything that was going on. So we're going to bring you the collection today. And for everyone who's watching today, we got a special gift for you too. So I'll tell you about the first one. The other one, you'll have to wait till the very end to find out what that is, but it's a good one. Trust me when I tell you.
It's a good one.
For everyone who's watching today, for your comments and entering in, we're going to give you one of the new wigs from the collection. So we have 3 beautiful wigs to show you today. So you'll get one of the new wigs from the spring collection. It's going to be awesome. So please enter your comments. Please let us know what it is you want to know. And Kyle and I are here to take care of everything that you want to know about today. So let me say hello. Miss Terry Fox is watching, Kyle. Hello, Miss Terry.
Hey, Terry. How are you doing? Terry's one of my dearest friends and one of the UK's best live cabaret artists. But Terry is a massive fan of the Raquel Welch wig. So, Terry, this is an hour that you're going to enjoy.
Yep, we got Philip Lawrence Jones watching. Hello, Philip. And hello to Michelle Morel McGinty. Hello, Michelle. Welcome.
Hi, Michelle.
And who's this Jackie Charles? I don't know. Anyone you know, Kyle?
I don't know who Jackie Charles is. I haven't got a clue.
Strange.
That's my mama. Hi, Mom from Wales. and then Carly, my sister Carly's watching as well. Hi, Carly, how are you? And of course, our fabulous Ellen is watching. Yes. Hi, Ellen. We couldn't do the show without Ellen. So how are you, Ellen? So happy holiday, all my American friends.
Yes, we just got over the 4th of July. Thank you, Kyle. So for everyone watching, this is your chance to catch up, and we're going to get you up to speed. Not only are we going to talk about the Raquel Welch wig collection for spring 2020, but we're also going to talk about this. This is the ash-based colors, the cool tone colors that we launched as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about that because, you know, the cool tone colors and the Raquel Welch spring collection kind of launched at the same time. And if you missed it, we're here to fill you in on it. So to everybody there, cheers.
Yeah, cheers. I just want to say thanks to everybody for watching. It's fantastic. And you're so right, Frank, because we were a long time in the making with these wonderful colors. I think I was back and forth to America about 4 times and we were still working on this because I know you have to get these perfect and we really did.
Right. I mean, I want to just say to everybody, well, maybe we start off talking about the ash color collection, don't we? Let's start with that. Let's talk a little bit about the colors and what the idea was behind it. So, As you know, we've had our regular Raquel Welch color collection for quite some time, and we felt it was time for a little bit of an update, not only because we thought it was time, but also because it is time, because technology had advanced to the point where we were able to get some new colors. The fibers that we make, our true to life fiber and our Raquel Welch wigs, these fibers have advanced to the point where we have been able to introduce new raw colors, which means we can make some new full-on highlighted colors. So it was appropriate. And as you know, Kyle, as is in London and in Europe, so in the States, the cool tone colors are really becoming popular now. And we wanted to address that. So yeah, that was why we did
this. Absolutely massive. I think in the whole wig industry, I think everybody was desperate for more ash tones, I think, Frank, being a hairdresser, me, myself, I think the number one thing is people always ask to have the red taken out of their hair since, the massive boom on the blue shampoos. And this is why this color range was so important. And believe it or not, I mean, the reds and the browns. I mean, a lot of people say to me, Kyle, why do you need ash tone browns? But the browns are amazing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I had a lot of clients when I was in the salon, and that was one of the things I always said. I like the brown, but there's too much red in it for me. Now, I like warmth, so for me, I like warm tones. But I do understand that there are women out there who don't like the warm tones. Like, they just see a little bit of warmth and they just feel like it's too bright. So we've addressed that. So we have, as you said, Kyle, we have addressed this throughout with our brown tones and all the way up to our blondes. So we have some nice colors. This is the coloring, and I suggest that any of you who are into the new ash colors, that you check out the coloring, because it really gives you an idea of what we're offering. I see, Kyle, you have the catalog, which is also available online, people.
Yeah, this little catalog is fantastic. I mean, you've got everything in here that you need, especially for a wig business. We've talked about everything in depth. We've talked about all the new colors separately. And I think it's, if you've not seen these, especially if you're a wig business, this is something that everybody needs to be jumping on. But like you said, Frank, we were so excited about the launch of this, and then this dreadful time happened. So, it was frustrating me that not many people, especially in Europe, know about this.
Yeah, and so this is what this is about, is to keep our listeners and our viewers informed, to keep you on top of what's happening. And Raquel's always been known for her amazing color line. This is an addition to that. So some of these colors you will see are very close to colors you already have, but they are different in the sense that if you have a particular customer who's looking for something, who says, I want no red in my hair, this is the collection for you. It's the Cool Tone Color Collection. So
that's the one, yeah.
Yeah,
and amazing. So, and even the red. I mean, the red. You think, I was talking to a client the other day, and they was like, "Why would you bring out a red that's got no red tones?" But it's like, trust me, if you're a natural redhead and you're born with it, you still have that ash flat tone red hair.
Exactly.
And, I think it's one of the best reds I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a natural red. It's like a copper brown, and that's why we put it in the cool tones, because it doesn't have that warmth. It doesn't have that bright tone that you would associate like red hair out of a box or out of a color, that you create and you put on like a tint. This would be a red that you're born with. So it's muted. It's very flat. And so if you're looking for a natural red, this one is great. And that one is called the Iced Pumpkin Spice.
It's beautiful.
Another thing about the ash tones is that we named them after cold drinks, okay? So the reason why we did that was because they're cool tones. Cool, put it on ice. I wouldn't say they're so ashy, but they're more blue toned, more neutral. So yes, that is why they're all named after iced drinks. So ta-da.
Certain iced drinks. Yeah, and it's very clever because it's
like
because
one.
they are cool. Well, we haven't got a martini color yet, but we will have soon. No, it's a fantastic color range. And I think especially for new wig wearers, people getting new into the business, I think when I started, because we all know that red tones are very flattering, even if you love them or not.
Yes, yes.
I still strive for white hair, but realistically, it doesn't really suit me. You know, warmer colors do. But I think this is definitely fantastic for a younger client as well. And then it's also, we've got some new colors too in the hairdo, haven't we? But we can talk about that at a separate time.
Yes. Well, you know, of course, Kyle, and you're right. We are constantly developing colors. That's the whole idea, is to stay on the cutting edge and to give people the same type of colors and quality that they would receive in a top-notch professional hair salon available to you in these wigs. So we're on top of it. I hope so. That's what we're trying to do, is be on top of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the color range we have in Raquel Welch, I think, is unbelievable. If there's not a color there to suit someone, well, I don't know where else we can turn, you know, unless besides fantasy colors. So, you know, once you get that lady in the chair, especially if she's losing her hair, our color ranges, we've got something for everybody.
Absolutely. And we're going to be showing you guys some of the ash-based colors today in some of the wigs we're presenting. So we have our 3 wigs to present. I see, Kyle, you already have yours out.
Yes, I have. I mean, we're starting with the shortest one. I mean, sorry, I dropped my glasses there. You know, this is ready for takeoff. And do you know, when it comes to short wigs, we all know that, especially if you're a wig business, that the short wigs will always be the top of your list to fly. Because as we know that most women, once women get to a certain age, we cut our hair short. But what I loved about this is, Frank, I think at this time, especially if you're a wig business, because, you know, we all know where we're going through hard times and troubles. I'm guaranteed this is a wig that I think you could have in stock that will always sell. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yes, this one really has a lot to offer for someone who likes short hair. And this one is called Ready for Takeoff, because girls, when you put this on, you are going to be ready to go. So
you're ready to take off.
You're ready to take off. Wherever it is you want to take off to, you're ready to take off. But this has a beautiful sculpted profile, and I really want to show that to you. So my mannequin is a little bit on the tiny side, so I'm going to raise her up a little bit. But you have all this fullness and volume in the back and in through the crown, and then it sweeps in with a little bit of wave right into this nape, which is really form hugging. It's really stunning that way. It really gives you a nice finish at the bottom, razored ends, so you get that really nice texture. And I also want to say you have these nice face framing pieces in through the front. I know some women like that face framing, and some women don't, but the beauty of this is you can just tuck it behind your ear if you don't want it. And, you know, off it goes.
Absolutely. This is what I've done with mine. I mean, I love this. Can you see my girl all right? Hey, Frank, I give her a little touch up today because she was looking worse for wear. But what I love about
with a spray painter?
It was just makeup, you know, and sharp A pen, because I mean, she'd gone through the mill, this poor man that came back. I'm not complaining. But what I love about this is I love this taken sort of just behind one side, and I love this sort of this full length over the eye here. I think it's amazing, you know.
Yeah, it styles up so differently depending on what you want to do, and that's the whole idea. You know, like I have mine a little smoother in the front. You've got it amped up for a little more volume. So this is a great style that'll take most of our ladies from like day into night. It's perfect for that, you know.
Yeah.
And now, Kyle, which color do you have there? What are you showing there?
Yeah, I've got the SS829. You know. It's the glazed hazelnut, but it's rooted.
Gotcha. By the way, Jessica Jones asks, where do you get your inspiration? And I will say this, Miss Jessica, we get our inspiration from a ton of influences, like television. I'm constantly watching The Housewives of whatever city. I'm looking at fashion magazines constantly, the runway shows. And believe it or not, Raquel herself has a huge impact on what we launch. She's always up to date on fashion. She loves fashion and style, and she's always got some great ideas. So a lot of times she and I will send each other pictures back and forth. We'll have a little conversation about it. And she is definitely involved in this collection. And so you do get that influence which I think is really wonderful. This wig I'm showing in one of the new cool tones, and this one is the Ice Granita. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's this color right here on the coloring. And one of the things I love about the Ice Granita color is that it is so, this one is inspired by the natural graying process with a little fashion edge. So what we did here is we put a bolder white in through the front, as you can see. So you have that almost like a highlighted effect, but you have it with that silver pearlescent color. And then it transitions into a mid-tone as we get into the back, right? Just like your natural hair would kind of gray. And then you have this darker nape. This is so polished and sophisticated. I love this color because I love that transition of tone. I think that's what makes it look so natural and so believable.
Yeah, so beautiful. You know, we can't keep up with grays, Frank. It's, you know, I know that sort of everybody, you know, if you're on trend, you're gray, you know. So we really needed a fashion gray, you know, although we got some fantastic gray. But this is a color gray that I think somebody could wear for fashion, you know, besides just being gray.
Exactly, exactly. So Randy Roberts is watching today. Hi, Randy. And Randy says, I got a lot of volume in the crown. How do I get the volume? Did I have to backcomb it? Did I have to tease it? And the answer on this is no, Randy, you do not. I just give it a little spritz with my favorite hairspray. I do like a firm hold, but I just give that a little bit of a, just a little spritz. And this is actually refresher spray because I did put some hairspray in this earlier. So I just put a little bit of that in and you can really amp it up and it gives it a very nice natural texture. One of the things on this is the cap is very comfortable as well. Kyle, maybe you can explain the cap or show us the cap on that if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, back to hi, Randy. How are you doing? Randy's one of America's biggest performers who loves our hair as well. What is amazing about the True to Life fiber is even if you don't want to use product, just by using your hands, you know, you can create all this volume and texture, and it just lifts. I mean, look, it's just like dream hair. And if you really want to, before I show you the inside, you know me, excuse the tape on my girl's head, but I give this wig a really good shake.
Yes.
And I use our HairUWear product. I love the conditioning spray. And I just give this a quick spritz because I like to give it some texture. I give it a massive shake. And I'm just going to put this back on the head. I just want to show you if you really want to create fantastic volume and, you know, and drama. That's all you have to do with our fiber.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
look at
the
this.
True to Life fiber really responds well to trying to create volume to product. So you can use product on these, as some of you may already know. Go ahead, use your favorite products. They are fantastic for styling these wigs. And the fiber, like I said, is really responsive. You don't have to backcomb. You don't have to tease a lot. You can if you want extra support, but you really don't have to. Lana Thomas asks, do you mix different shades in all of your colors? Absolutely, we do. Nothing in the Raquel Welch color line, Lana, is one tone. Everything has a blend. We use a ton of raw colors to create the look because we know that real hair, even if you look at a solid color hair, like even like mine out in the daylight, you will see different tones in it. And so for sure, we do a nice blend. So this is very comfortable, this cap. I'm gonna take it off too to show you, because Kyle, you got sidetracked.
Sorry, I get so excited about the styling. You know me, when it comes to creating big hair. Yeah, and like we say, it's normally 7 to 11 shades through every single colorway, isn't it, Frank? Yes, even with our flat tones. So
even with the dark browns have different tones. Yeah. So anyway, so we have a lace front. Can you all see that? So you can wear it off your face. We have this beautiful hand-tied area in through the back, and then we have wefting in the back to build up that nape area and to give it a nice coverage over the back. So very comfortable to wear. Of course, you have the velvet nape and you have the velvet ear tabs, which make it very comfortable as well. And this is a really light wig. So for all the hand tying that's in it, it really does afford a lot of volume, I think. Don't you, Kyle?
Absolutely. I mean, this fully hand-tied wig. I mean, this was another reason was, Frank, that we were so upset that this dreadful time happened because, you know, people were asking us more and more and more for hand-tied wigs because I think there's a natural transition. I think once you, especially for our ladies out there who've never had hair, especially if you're going through any forms of treatment or alopecia or chemo, the hand-tied wig is so light. But can you believe that you can still create all this volume with it as well?
I know.
But I love it. I love the way that it's fully hand-tied, and I just love the lace front. It's beautiful. But look how lightweight.
I do too. Yes, Barbara Lacurcio, hello Barbara, wants to know, if you have long hair, how do you tuck it up into a wig? Now, I always recommend a stocking cap, but Kyle, you do have long hair and you managed to get it into a wig. So maybe you can answer that for Barbara a little more efficiently.
Yeah, well, Barbara, there's all different ways. It all depends. Definitely, I definitely would say the stocking cap helps, okay? Because you're holding all your natural hair back. If you have very, very thick hair, what I like to do is always separate the hair and sort of take the hair and take it this way. And maybe just bobby pin your hair on the side and then put the wig cap on, because you don't want the bulk of hair at the back of the wig, you know? So if you distribute it, Barbara, either side, some people braid, or some people just split the ponytail, 2 bobby pins, then put your wig cap on, because you don't want the lump at the back.
Right. You know? Now we have a photograph of this, of Raquel in this, and also we used another model as well to show it a little bit of variety on it. And so this is the photo that we have. You can see Raquel wears it in her color, which she loves. And then we can also see it in the Ice Granita on our model. So, you know, 2 different ways of styling it, 2 different looks you can get out of it. But just look how wonderful it looks on 2 totally, completely different face shapes. I think it's fantastic.
Absolutely. Beautiful. I mean, this is what I love. I love it, Frank. There's 2 different types of women. 2 beautiful women, of course.
Yes.
But one wig, you know, different women. This, I mean, I can safely say that this is going to work on every age of woman, or every skin tone, or every type of lady out there, or guy, whoever's watching, because you can change this to suit your client. Because remember, you can get this really big and glamorous, but it can also smooth down to very, very, very flat, because it's fully hand-tied.
Right. Joe Kelly asks, will this wig fit a 23-inch head? If it's a good question, Joe. It can stretch to accommodate. 23 inch is a little bit on the large side. These are average, so you might want to try it out first, and actually see a customer first and try it on them before actually having them make a purchase. Kimberly asks, does this wig come razor cut, or is the nape personalized? Nope, this is how it comes, Kimberly, just as you see it. It comes with this razory texture right at the bottom, so you're ready to go. Now, if you have a client who perhaps maybe doesn't want the textured bits at the bottom, of course, then you can just etch that out and make it a little bit shorter for them as well.
Yeah, customize it. I mean, what I know we say this all the time, because, you know, what is the point of having wigs that you have to spend a lot of time to style? We as designers want to make this as easy as possible.
Yes.
Because we also know, if you've got a lady in the chair who's lost her hair and she's scared about wearing the wig, you don't want to be putting this on and messing around. Seriously.
Right.
All I say is brush this through, give it a spritz.
Yes.
Just give it a brush through, and all the styling is done for you, isn't it, Frank?
Absolutely. Yes. I mean, I actually like to take a wide tooth comb, and along the part, we zigzag the part most of the time. That comes direct to you with the zigzag. That is so that when the wig is in transit, it does not make a memory of a hard part anywhere. So you are welcome to part it wherever you want. And with the hand tying, you totally can. So give this a good run across the part line. And you can see, you know, once you do that, it opens it up a little bit, it breathes a little bit, and then you can go back with a little like restore and just kind of bring back some of the pieciness and the texture to it. But I always like to comb through it. Some people say shake. I like to give it a good combing. It's up to you. It's up to you. Everyone has their way of doing it. So we appreciate that.
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do believe brush through, then shake, you know, and then put your product on. And then the hair sort of falls like the puzzle that we've made it, you know. It's meant to all just fall into place. Like I said, this is a brilliant wig, Frank. If you want to customize this, you know, you could cut a really beautiful little a fringe into this. if you wanted to.
Yes.
You can chop into the top. I mean,
oh yeah.
I just think it's a wig that everybody should have in their wig salon.
Yes. I mean, look at the sweep on this.
Yeah, I love it.
You don't have to wear it off the face at all. So, options, and that's what we always look at. Just because you see a style of ours photographed a certain way, that was our inspiration, doesn't mean you have to wear it that way. So especially with a hand-tied top like we have on this, you can alter it any way you like. Tammy asks, a lot of our styles come with color that is lighter around the face. Is there one that has really dark roots all the way up to the front? Not really. The lighter front is something that Raquel likes and that we like because we feel like it has a little bit of a sense of panache, and we feel like it adds to the front. Now you can use a little powder, eyeshadow, or you can even use a little mascara if you want to extend the root right along the lace front. So you can do that by adding a little bit of color on your own. And we teach that in our HairUWear on the Road class, which unfortunately, we don't have our HairUWear on the Road classes going on right now. But so I'll give you that tip now. That's one little thing you can do for that.
Yeah, great. Or I use a little bit of, funny enough, I got a little bit of root spray because I've been using it myself.
To cover your roots?
Root spray. I need the hair. How is the hairdressing situation in America? Are you slowly getting back there?
Well, we have some salons and wig shops that are opening now, but it's, of course, they have to abide by the rules of social distancing and also keeping the place clean and full of antibacterial solutions and sprays. So everyone is trying to do their best, and we're hoping that clients can get in to see us. That's important. We know everybody's dying to get into the salon. Everyone's dying to go back to their normal life. It's a little bit of an adjustment right now. So, Kyle, I know you put on a wig when you don't have time to do your roots sometimes. So ladies, people at home, try that. It's a great option.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what has been, I've seen a massive surge, I hate saying there's some good have come out of this, but there's so many more of my friends and ladies and clients, people private messaging me, because we still know that our ladies are going to get chemo, have to go through their chemo. There's still going to be ladies with alopecia, besides not getting to the hairdressers, and everybody is turning to the wig. Hence that we're selling out so much in certain colors. And I tell you what's flying, which can be another cocktail hour for us, Frank, will be the top of head, because everybody's going mad for the top of head.
Yeah, we will definitely address that. So watch soon for another show where we're going to talk about top of heads, people. Also, just to remind you again, this lovely wig can be yours. This is ready for takeoff, and it can be yours by the end of the show just by entering your comments. So, and then at the very end, we have something even more special for you guys that we just had to go all out today. I don't know. It was just one of those days. It was a cocktail hour, and we wanted to have a little fun. So why don't we look at our third wig, or our second wig? This is our first. Let's go to our second wig. And the second one that we're going to show you guys is called Unfiltered, like my mouth many times.
Like these shows are unfiltered.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry to report. So Unfiltered is, well, Kyle, you speak to it a little bit. Come on, you go for it. I always do the talking, and I feel like I dominate.
Well,
I get excited.
I think Unfiltered has caused one of the biggest sort of furore, especially on social media. On my Instagram, I've met some wonderful girls, especially with alopecia, and younger girls, and this bob has been absolutely flying out the door. As you say, it's a one length bob. It's got this amazing beach wave pattern. But what I love about it, Frank, and what everybody is loving about it, is it's slightly cut up into the back of the neck. I love this look, the way that it's
you get a little bit of that graduation in through the back, right, which gives a little bit of a stack. It's not much. It's kind of imperceptible, but it gives it a nice contour. And then you also have it coming a little bit longer into the front. And we put some longer tendril pieces in here just to give it a little bit of whimsy and also to give you a little bit of face framing. Now, this one is also the true to life fiber. And so it can be styled. So if you want a little more curl in it, you want to straighten it a little bit, you're welcome to do that as well. And Kyle, I don't know, which color do you have there right now?
I've got the iced cafe latte.
Okay, you got iced cafe latte.
Yes. So it's one of our brand new cool tones. Absolutely beautiful. This is a proper ash blonde. Yeah, look at that.
It's like a mid-tone, right? A sandy blonde, I would say.
Yeah, and it's the color. It's like, I love this color hair. Yeah. I know my mother is watching too. This is what can you see that? I mean, this looks like you've gone to the best hairdressers. I mean, this is how most people want their hair, you know? Yes. But there's something amazing about this. I have seen this, Frank, because the girls, the guys, I keep on saying girls, but guys are wearing these just as much as the girls. They send me pictures all the time on Instagram, and I love it. And I've seen this look amazing because it's such a modern bob, you know? It's really modern. Yes. I never thought that we could, listen, we know that Editor's Pick is a top bob.
Gorgeous wig.
Top curly bob.
Gorgeous wig,
you know? The world loves Editor's Pick. But then some ladies were saying to me, well, Kyle, this to me, it's the same as Editor's Pick. But trust me, when you put them both together, they're completely different, eh, Frank?
Yes, they are very different. I would say Editor's Pick is a more stylized, more polished, and like as you were in a salon, like very stylized. What I think about Unfiltered is really nice is you don't have the fringe on this. So you have the longer front, and it's also like a blunt cut. It's got some layering at the bottom, but in general, the lengths are all the same. And this makes it very modern. It makes it also a little bit more casual than the Editor's Pick. So Editor's Pick to me is a little more like glam, where this is a little bit more everyday cash, a little more downplayed. And I think that's what makes this so special. And it's also a very, so if you ladies like a curled look, okay, then Editor's Pick is probably better for you. This one was added to the collection because it has a very undone curl. So you're not going to get, you know, it's more like wave. I wouldn't even say it's a curl. It's more like a wave, a soft undulating wave. That gives it almost like if you had wavy hair and you let it air dry naturally, it gives you just that like soft movement in there. And I think that's what makes this so nice. It doesn't look pretentious. It doesn't look overdone or overstyled. It just looks very easy and wearable. And it comes above the shoulders, which a lot of our ladies like because it's not messing with their collars. It's not messing with their clothing. So I think this is a really nice pick.
It's a great length, Frank. A great length and a great curl pattern. Yeah, what would you say? I mean, it's like a beach wave. It just reminds me, you know, when you get your straightener and you just put that little flip into your hair. It just reminds me of that. And I just love the shape. I love the silhouette. I love the shape. Of course, it's lace front. Right. This is rooted, but it comes in all the fabulous true to life colors too.
It does. And it's another thing too. It comes in all the colors. We have the Iced Cafe Latte, which you're showing. I am showing 1723 SS, and this is the Iced Latte Macchiato. So this is like a light beige color. And I think I want to talk about a little bit about the color, because I've had a lot of people like write in, and we're listening to your comments because that's always very important to us, as I always say. And I've had a lot of people say, well, isn't Iced Latte Macchiato the same color as 1923 SS? And I am going to say that while they look the same, 1923 SS and this Iced Latte Macchiato 1723 SS, they look similar, but they're not. And I'm going to show you that. So I have a 1923 SS here, but because the light's on the camera, sometimes depending where you're watching this from, can change it. Let me show you a photograph that I took with the daylight of both of the wigs next to each other. I have an Editor's Pick in 1923 SS, and then I have the new Cool Tone RL 1723 SS. And if you see them side by side, you'll see on the left, that is the new Cool Tone. And while you might think it looks very similar to 1923 SS, you'll see that there is more warmth in the RL 23 SS. So if you are, they're both gorgeous colors, but if you are thinking, you know, I absolutely want zero warmth, nothing, I want more of a platinum, I would say like the 1723 SS would be toned with like a blue-based toner, whereas the RL 1923SS would be toned with a gold-based toner. So that's the difference there. And there is quite a difference. And the thing about all of these cool tones, when you see them, they might look a little similar in your office lighting or your bathroom lighting because of the warmth. But when you get outside, that's really where you see the difference. That's where you see how little warmth is in there. So let me show you. I don't know if it'll pick up on the camera. Right?
You're so right, Frank. Funny enough, I've been photographing the wigs on the balcony for some of my clients, you know, who've been trouble with losing their hair. And you're so right. What a difference in the daylight.
Yeah. So this is the editor's pick, which is a gorgeous wig. We love her. And then the unfiltered here. And I don't know if you can see in the camera, but really when you go out in the daylight, you will see this is gold and this is like a neutral cool tone. So keep that in mind, ladies. I know they look the same, but to answer your questions, that's the dealio over there.
It is the dealio. And Frank, what a difference! It's funny. When you see it, when you see them, that photo, when you put them together, then you can really see the difference. You know, you can really see the gold. Yeah. Although I never thought the other one had that much gold in, but when you put it back next to our, you know, our new ash tones. Yeah. You can really see that we've alleviated all the gold, which is great.
We did. So Sue Menke, I hope I'm saying that right, Sue, asks, you know, about the beachy waves. Says we're doing a lot of beachy waves and we see a lot of waves. Do we see this trend continuing? I like to say, from what I'm seeing, is I'm still seeing a lot of texture. A lot of the shows, a lot of the runway stuff, and a lot of the magazines, I'm seeing texture. Texture is big. All different kinds, right? Really tight curls, really loose wave. So I do think that that's going to be going on for, like, I see probably for the next 2 years. That doesn't mean that smooth and straight isn't coming back in. And we have to think about our smooth and straight people. And so we are doing that as well, as you'll see with the third wig we're presenting from the Raquel Welch collection.
Ooh, fantastic set up there.
Right, you love that, huh? So
just roll it on in.
Let's talk a little bit about unfiltered cap construction, okay? So what you got with this one is the beautiful lace fronts. You can wear it off your face. It's a hand-tied top, right? So the hand tying is just done into the top. The rest of it is on the stretch lace material with the Memory Cap 3. So you get some silicone grip on that, which is really good for wear, especially if you're an active person. It gives you a little extra support. Again, you have the velvet nape and the velvet ear tabs for your comfort, and the adjustable bands if you need to size it down or up a little bit. So a very good wig, has all the bells and whistles in this one too. And I dig it, you know, and this one could be yours too, people. This one could be yours too, just by asking us questions.
Yeah, and then just in case anybody's unfamiliar with the Memory Cap 3, you know, these silicone, we put the silicone strips down. Absolutely amazing for people with no hair. I love it. I love the grip on it. I love the confidence. I put this on people with no hair, and I'm a massive fan of the silicone. Yes. I think it's fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, it helps. It helps keep it secure because a lot of people feel secure. And someone asked earlier about adding clips to these wigs if you want to keep it secure. Because depending on the style and the curl pattern, I should also let you guys know this, from a design standpoint, sometimes we can use Memory Cap 3 and sometimes we cannot use Memory Cap 3. It depends on how the wefting has to be done or how the wig the cap has to be created in order to create a certain look. So a lot of times the look at this stage of the game will determine whether it's going to be a Memory Cap 2 or a Memory Cap 3. So keep that in mind. But you can put some clips in these if you want a little extra security. I would not recommend putting any clips where it's hand tied or where there's lace, because you will tear that. If you're going to stitch in a clip, I would do it at the temple area by the ear tab. You could sew it into the velvet nape. That's a good place to sew it on. Or if you must, you can sew it in to one of the wefts. So do not, anywhere there's a hand tied area, do not attach a clip, because you could end up ruining your lovely wig.
Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, clips. I think if you're a person out there who has a lot of hair and you wear wigs all the time for convenience, like myself, you know, sometimes if my hair is, because you know my hair is so curly, I will put a curly wig on, and then I will put a few pressure sensitive clips in, because sometimes if you've got the pressure sensitive clips, you can flip a bit of your own hair out quite easily, and it's great.
Yeah, which is always a great idea. We do have some people who don't like the light in the front. That is another tip for whoever asked that earlier. I forgot. They do trim the lace back and then they pull their own hair out the front. Randy asks, how does the silicone work with the stocking cap underneath? It will work, Randy. If you have your stocking cap bobby pinned onto your own natural hair, it will work. It will hang on to the stocking cap. Plus, you have some that goes around the sides, which also gives you a little bit extra security, where maybe the stocking cap, is a little further back. So you can definitely wear it that way. Lisa Lynn says, does the memory cap 3 work for someone who has fine or thin hair? Absolutely, it does. Absolutely does.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just great. I mean, anything where it comes for a wig wearer, especially necessity, anything that's going to give us that extra confidence and fit and grip, I think is perfect.
I agree.
And
I agree.
It's been nothing but a success.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the model we photographed in Unfiltered while I take a sip here. Let's take a look at the model we photographed, and she is wearing the 1723 SS that we were talking about. That is the iced latte macchiato that she is wearing, and you can just see tumbled natural wave, just very soft, very easy breezy, and just very textured.
Wow, that's such a beautiful image, Frank. Such a beautiful model. I mean, the hair color, fantastic. It's been so popular. I have to say, so popular. Funny enough, we were just talking. I was talking to Terry, a friend of mine, and there's a few people desperately trying to get their hands on this over in Britain, and people are loving it, absolutely loving it. And I think there's just something about this style that is so fresh, so modern. So timeless. And then, if you're a wig wearer and you normally wear a straight bob like an upstage, this would be a fabulous one to have as well. Especially,
Absolutely.
Like for some, to swap and change for summer hair instead of, I'm not a big fan of restyling the wig. I'd rather have the wig style. So I think it's great to have a straight down the curly,
Much easier. Yes. And if you want, as we said before, this is true to life fiber. You can definitely style this, as much or as often, as little as you want. Sheila asks, she's been considering a wig. She has always had fine, straight, thin hair. What would we recommend for her? Something short or something with some texture? I say anytime you're considering going into a full wig, I completely recommend going with something that is very similar to a style you have worn in the past or are currently wearing, so that you feel most comfortable with it, and get it in your own color or as close as possible to your own color. And then once you get used to that, then you can experiment a little bit and kind of branch out a little bit and try some different styles. So that's what I think.
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Go for the closest thing to your own hair, because, I think, it all depends what reasons people are wearing wigs for, but, there's so many styles. I don't, we can suit everybody out there now with our range. I mean, there's so many looks, and we can actually, you can get one that's spot on to your own hair and just have it slightly customized and nobody's going to know, It's amazing.
Exactly. I mean, we're showing you the current spring collection, but my gosh, we have a ton of different looks in Raquel that would suit almost everybody. Emily Evans asks, does the darker shade on top carry through if you part it in a different way? Emily, yes, and I'll tell you why. Throughout the entire wig, you will get the rooted area, because we know that if you have a root on top, you have a root in the back, okay? Right? So HairUWear does not cut corners. We do not try to skimp anywhere else on the wig and just say, oh, we'll just root the top and leave the rest all solid color. We don't do that. The rooted area is the same length throughout the entire wig, so that it looks 100% real and believable.
Yeah, and that's right, Frank, because, of course, that's besides fashion reasons, I think one of our biggest passions is definitely for people who have no hair, or people who are going to be losing their hair. And this emulates the closest thing you're ever going to get to real hair. And I think, Frank, that's why I really appreciate the reason why you don't put the dark root right to the front, because I think it can look very harsh.
It
and
can
I think,
sometimes,
you know,
yes.
it can look very, very harsh. And, you know, I think we don't really, I know we want to look like the colors growing out, but we want to make it look like the wig is, like your hair is groomed too,
Lived
isn't
in,
it? You know?
lived in.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, listen,
so
we offer
just enough amount roots.
Yeah, but listen, we offer a ton of colors without roots too, so you don't have to get the roots, which is wonderful too. I also want to tell you, when we added the cool tone colors, of course we have wigs that are Vibralight, and then we have our True to Life fiber. So in the Raquel Welch collection, you have both. Please note that because they are different fibers, right? Our Vibralight fiber is different than our True to Life fiber, and because of that, you may notice that there is a slight difference between the tones. That's just natural. That just had to happen because there are only certain colors available in certain, but they're almost identical, but there is a slight variation. So just want to let you all be aware of that if you're looking at a Vibralight versus a True to Life.
Yeah, that's right. And it's funny, there's a big, some people much prefer the True to Life. Some people prefer the Vibralights, you know, and certain wigs work better, I find, in Vibralight than they do in True to Life. You know, it's just personal choice, isn't it, Frank?
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, unfiltered. So this could be one you pick, whoever wins today. And then also stay tuned, because at the very end, we have another special announcement. So I just want to let you guys know that there is more. There's more.
There's more.
More is better,
more.
Right?
More is more, absolutely, you know? More is more.
We never balk at that,
no,
do we, Kyle?
No, listen, listen, more is always more for me, you know, especially when it comes to hair.
Yeah.
But this is what I like too about with these new wigs that we've come up with. I think the density of hair is great too, you know? It's manageable, you know?
Yes.
And I think that's what we were, especially when it came to the hand-tied wigs.
Absolutely.
We were getting asked a lot more for hand-tied wigs, weren't we, Frank? Because
yes,
we were meant to go. For people who don't know, isn't it, Frank? We normally go to Europe about 3 times a year.
That's correct.
To Germany, to Italy. We miss the biggest hair shows in the world. We're there every year. Las Vegas, Cosmoprof, Bologna.
Yes.
Sadly, we couldn't get to see all our clients. And this is why I think this was important to really show these, because I was so excited when these come out, and then, you know, we were meant to tour the world with them, and then nobody really got to see them.
That is so true. I mean, I was so excited for this collection, and then it was like, oh, you know, with the pandemic and everything just came to a crashing halt, and I feel like they were missed, and so here they are now. And you know, we were talking about light density, Kyle, and we have been getting people requesting wigs that are a little bit lighter density, and so that brings us to our third wig, which is Pretty Please. Let's show them Pretty Please.
Okay.
Pretty Please is a really nice style too for a woman who just wants a classic smooth blowout. It's wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
And we have a picture of. I'm sorry, Kyle. I was gonna say while you're about to talk about it, we have a picture of Raquel in that, and we also have our model photographed in it, so you can see it in 2 different colors, and you could see it worn by 2 different women. I think if you just look at the left, we see Raquel, just a beautiful classic blowout, long layers just past the shoulders, very elegant, very polished. And then if we look at our model on the right, she is wearing one of the cool tone browns, which is, she is wearing iced mocha. So the model is wearing on the right iced mocha, that's RL812SS. And yeah, love that.
Beautiful.
Just soft,
absolutely.
elegant.
Yeah, 2 different types of women again, 2 styled differently, but this, I think, again, is another, this to me is another staple, you know, I think, because I always look at it through the salon's eyes. I look at it through women coming into the chair, maybe going to be losing their hair. And funny enough, Frank, I just wanted to tell you that my sister is a makeup artist for NARS.
Yes.
And we've all been working. First of all, again, I say it every time I do the live. I just want to say that the wig salons are doing such an amazing job here in Britain, in Europe, in America. They've blown me over with the people I've seen on the live, because we're going above and beyond to help people, because of course people are losing their hair. And Carly called me up and said that one of her makeup artists, sadly, is going for chemotherapy and going to be losing her hair. But she said, Kyle, she's never had thick hair. She's always had terribly fine hair.
Oh, I see.
She was she was a redhead. And of course, what did I just say? I said, get online, find, because for people who don't know, we don't sell, do we? Obviously, Frank. I can't sell. I don't, our company is, we don't sell. So basically, I said, find the nearest Raquel Welch stockist. And I said, get this wig. And the girl was blown away, because it is so fine and so lightweight. I think it's the most lightweight, finest wig that we've had.
It is beautiful. And yeah, just to let everybody know, the reason why is because this wig, Pretty Please, is 100% hand tied, with the exception of 3 little wefts in the back to add a little density to the nape. I will show you. So you have this lace front, completely hand tied, hand knotted in through here, hand tied in the back with just some wefting in the nape, so we could fill it in and give you some more, some more density in the back. This is so light, I promise you. I mean, look at that. I'm just holding it by like a few hairs. It is a dream to wear, and it's extremely natural. And that was the idea behind this one. So for you girls who don't want the wave and the curl like we've been showing today, this is something a little smoother. This is the new red, by the way. This is the Iced Pumpkin Spice. So you can see very muted, very soft. Kyle, what color do you have on your mannequin there?
Yeah, the color I have got on without my glasses. Sorry, I've got the 1422 SS. Okay. So it's a blonde. Yeah. So she's really full. She's blonde. She's rooted. She's like the 14. It's slightly more caramel. The 1422. She's more of a caramel blonde, but she's rooted. I just with the other wigs, I did sort of style them up a bit. With this, Frank, I literally got her into the box, brushed her through, and this is how she falls. I mean,
I know, beautifully in the place.
How beautiful is she?
Yeah. Is that your Denise mannequin or your Ava mannequin?
I think Denise was the one I put with the extra makeup on. Yeah.
Oh, Denise got a little extra makeup today.
I've got Denise, Raquel, and Eva. That's how I got them all.
Joe Kelly.
Yeah, so she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Joe Kelly asks what I'm drinking. Joe, this is a martini, vodka martini today. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And Lisa Lynn asks about a Pretty Please. It just says, can this be parted anywhere? Yes, because of the hand-tied top. Lisa, this can be parted anywhere you like. So I do say, if you're going to coerce it into a part, a little bit of a blow dry on medium heat and go in that direction, so you really coerce the hair in that direction. A little bit of heat works with the true to life fiber, as you know. So if you're going to part it, wet it down and then direct it in the direction you want the part to go. Now, Kyle has his, with this very flirty fringe coming down the front. Kyle, look what I have on mine. Look what I did to the front of mine. What do we call that?
Lick. The lick.
Kyle calls this the Frank lick.
The Frank lick. If you notice with Frank, first thing Frank will do the big lick. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
But she could be worn down too. Let me put it down a little bit, because I know I did.
Yeah. Well, I gave her
my leg.
Look at this, Frank. I mean, nothing has been cut with this. I mean, you think of most women who have been told they're going to lose their hair and they just want a classic shoulder length hairstyle. Yes. This is beautiful. Obviously, you could trim this, but even if you just flip this over, I love the way, I'm going to use a little bit of our control spray here. I love that I can just take this away from the face, and the way that this falls is so beautiful.
Yes.
So beautiful.
I mean, you have even some light layering in the top. I know some of my gals like a little volume into the crown. You can amp that crown up a little bit, because you see how that fiber moves this is what we're talking about. You can get that nice movement into the top if you want. And then you can even amp up the sides. So the fiber responds well. Again, use your favorite products on it. Make it your own. And so if you guys like this one, whoever gets to win today, you will be able to select this one if you want. So you have one of 3 beautiful wigs to select from. Yeah, this is a great wig. It's so light. And the idea behind this was to be, we weren't trying to create a statement with this Pretty Please wig.
No.
The idea behind Pretty Please was to just give women who are thinning, who are going through chemotherapy, or who are unable to just even work with their own hair, and get this beautiful salon quality blowout, nice and smooth, with just a face framing fringe. It's a very classic tailored look, and it's suitable for so many different face shapes. And that's what I like about Pretty Please, is this is just wonderful, what I call replacement hair. You don't have to make a big statement. You don't have to have tumbled wave or really elevated or graduated back. This is just a really nice classic look.
But I do have to say as well, I mean, just for the wig wearers who wear wigs, this still has hair. I mean, it's still got a beautiful amount of hair, because I just want to show you too, because also if you, once again, I like to give this a shake and just tip it upside down. My trademark is always shake the wig to wake the wig. That's what I say on television.
You're a shake and bake.
I absolutely. I flipped this around and look, she's still a beautiful, glamorous style. But I just love the way that, you can take, if a woman's going to be told she's losing her hair, you can really take this hair from sort of day to night in seconds,
Absolutely.
And this wig looks great worn up too, Frank.
Oh, it does. You can totally pin it up. I mean, I just love the lightness. I love how the layers just move. There's something so, I don't know, fresh about this that I'm really pleased with this. I'm really happy with this wig. And I know that whoever wears it, whoever likes this style and has the opportunity to wear this, is just going to feel like it's a dream to wear. You're going to feel like it's your own hair. I really do believe that.
Yeah, you will. It's funny enough, Frank, the last show, I think that me and you did, we had the men's last time, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
The one before, where we had to choose our favorite wigs, you chose this one. And
I did.
And it was the talk. Funny enough, my mother, this is how, my mother has really naturally curly hair like me. So this is what we dream of having our hair like.
Yeah.
This is, it's not too over the top. It sits perfectly. Has it? It's not too high. It's not too bulky. Just, to me, it's just like how the perfect hair should be blown out and straightened. I love it.
Exactly. And Eliza asked, does this come in the new colors? And yes, this does come in the new cool tone colors. So that's a good thing too, Eliza, if you like the cool tone colors. And then Darlene Reynolds asks if this one is human or synthetic. This is synthetic, and it's the true to life fiber. So another thing, keep this in mind if you get the wig home, right? If you want to straighten this even more, you can take a flat iron to it at no more than 350 degrees. I would even say start lower, because you really don't need a lot of heat. Like 250 degrees, low to medium heat, if that helps. And then you can even straighten this. So if you don't like this bend, how this bend curls in, because of the true to life fiber, you can make this even more to your own liking just by straightening it. So remember, you have that option, people. You can even curl this if you want this with a large barrel iron to curl back a little bit. Put that curling iron on there, let it cool, and you'll get it to move away from the face. So think about that too. We tend to think that when we get a wig that's true to life fiber, that's how we have to wear it. But you have to keep in mind that it is stylable. Now, some of you don't want to have it styled, but there are a lot of lovely salons out there who will style a wig for you and shampoo it and condition it. You can just bring it in and they'll take care of it for you. And then you just pick it up. And isn't that nice? Like going to the dry cleaners with your hair.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. That's why I've been loving watching the Facebook Lives with the services that, especially in America, because, I don't know a lot about the wig businesses in America. And I love that they do that service,
Yes,
but,
yes, absolutely.
I think once again, maybe I sound like a bit like a broken record. I'm not saying that, I keep on saying I think that everybody should have, but I do believe that there's wigs that I will bet money on that I know that will just sell because they're classic styles, aren't they, Frank?
Yes.
You know, and plus because you're once you customize it, you could turn this into most things that your client wanted.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the whole idea. And I think that's what we love about what we do. That's one of the great things about, you know, being able to put these on models and do them in the studio and work with the product, is we get to see all the things you can create with it. And when you really get to see someone that has just pretty maybe average hair, and then you get to put one of these beautiful styles on them and just see how they come to life, it's so rewarding and it's so gratifying. And I think that's what I really love about all the wig salons that are out there that are helping people every day, is, you know, you put on these wigs and they get to experience them. And I mean, so wonderful, so wonderful.
Absolutely.
Look at that, you clipped that up.
Yeah, I'm just going to show, because I always just twist it at the nape of the neck and just put a little clamp comb in. And this is great, because what I always like to show when I used to have my consultancy, because, you know, I want to show to the woman, if she's going to be losing her hair, I want to show that once you buy yourself a Raquel Welch wig, it is your hair, you know, treat it like your own hair. And I think especially with the long wigs, I think they're great just to sort of twist up in the daytime if you're running around. Because, you know, we all know that, you know, the longer the wig, you know, sometimes we can create like a little friction at the back there. I think it's fantastic to pop the wig up in the daytime, exactly as you would your own hair, you know, because most women would wear their hair up running around, and then you can dress this up and, you know, wear it up, wear it down. I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cut. Absolutely.
Lynn Rosen asks, what do you spray when you are shaking it for height? Kyle uses, you're using the Restore spray? Is that what you're using, Kyle, today?
Yeah, I'm using a bit of the control spray, okay? Which is like
I like an aerosol.
Spray. Yeah.
I like an aerosol to get the volume, myself personally.
I know, yeah. The reason why I use a little bit of conditioning spray is, it's like a thing that I've always done. I've just, especially with the short ones, I just love to give the fiber just a little bit of texture, you know?
Right.
And then I can use a little bit of hairspray. But on the longer ones, I would definitely use a more of an aerosol spray.
Yeah, I love me a Holden aerosol, that's for sure.
I know.
Give me the lacquer, baby. Give me the lacquer.
I know you do. You know, you got to get that lick sprayed.
Yeah, you got to have it. You got to have it. So, hey, I want to announce, Kyle, that we have 2 winners. I don't know how we got 2 winners, but I'm getting notification here on the phone, you know, that we have 2 winners today. So we got 2 gals who are gonna be able to pick out any one of the wigs from the 3 that we've shown today. And the winners are Tammy Beslich Escobar and Sue Menke Nightingale.
Yay, congratulations, girls. You're going to have some fabulous hair.
Yeah, good for you too. But we have something else coming up, though, don't we? Don't we? Because, you know, our lovely people at HairUWear don't want to let everyone go without a little something, right? So we like to help everybody out. So I'm going to have it presented on the screen so you all can see it. So here's what we're offering today. We have a very special offer for all of you who are watching. If you buy all 3 of the wigs you've seen here today, you just enter that code, new RW25, and valid until tomorrow, you will get 25% off on all 3 wigs that you purchase. So, I mean, what do you think about that? That's pretty darn good, I think.
I think that's brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Fantastic, Steve. Yeah.
Right, because we haven't been able to like really address everybody, and so this was our way of saying thank you and for watching and for checking out the new collection. 25% on all 3 gives you a chance to try them, get them into your salon, get them into your home, try some of the new cool tone colors, and you know, order maybe some of those and experiment with those, or just to have them in your salon for your clients to check out. So thank you all.
Something new, isn't it? Something new to put in your window, something new to put on your social media, you know. I think
something new to put on your head.
Something to put in your head. You know, this went straight on my head when I tried, you know. This is what this is meant to look like. You know what I mean? That with the humidity, this is what I want. You know, it's great.
Well,
but
now you too can have it, Kyle. You too can have it.
Yeah. And then congratulations, girls, the winners. I tell you what, I'd love to see photos if the girls are going to wear them. It'd be great to see pics of the girls, the winners wearing them. That would be fabulous. Yeah.
And for those of you who are watching, we do have some great shows coming up. We're going to show you an actual men's hair replacement cut-in with the men's American hairline system with Brandy Ray's. Very exciting. That's coming up. We're going to show you how to care for your true to life fiber, how to maintain your wigs. So there's some information on that. So lots of great shows coming up. And we're also going to be featuring very soon the new Gabor collection that launched in spring as well. So you're looking at the top 3 today of the Raquel Welch Spring 2020 collection. And don't forget, we're also going to be doing a special preview in a little bit of the fall Raquel Welch collection. So we got 3 other beautiful styles for you to see. So very exciting, very exciting.
Very exciting. I can't wait to see all them, you know, because I think, as I say, in these times, you know, all this new stuff, I think it keeps the business alive, keeps it fresh. Everybody's doing some brilliant social media. And like I say, once again, I think the wig shops are doing such an amazing job. I really, 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 really do. You know, you're keeping people in hair, and it's amazing.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Kyle, always wonderful to see you. Thank you for spending this happy hour with me.
It was my pleasure, Frank. And then once again, hello, my lovely American friends and family there. I didn't get a chance to give you all a proper happy holiday because I was working crazy hours. So it's great to see you all. Yep.
Great to see you, Kyle. So to everybody, congratulations to our winners, Tammy and Sue. And also to all of you, don't forget that 25% off on all 3 wigs goes until tomorrow. Kyle, thank you. Love you. So wonderful to spend some time with you, dear.
Thank you, Frank. Thanks so much. And yeah, I'll speak. Well, we've got a style meeting tomorrow, so I will see you. I'll speak to you.
You'll hear from me.
Thanks for everybody watching. Thank you.
Cheers, great. Kyle.
Oh, by the way, cheers, everyone. Bye.
Cheers.
Love from London.
Bye.
Bye, love.